me so I can do the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like he's honestly one of like the perfect mold for it. He's athletic, he's respectful, he knows the dog, and he's patient. So all of those things are characteristics that I'm looking for in another trainer because again, respect goes a long way.
And so when you say trainer and the thing, what are the things that you're assessing outside of the dogs that he brings to the table?
Consistency is very important as well. And I think his wanting to understand is pretty big. He doesn't come in thinking he knows everything already. He asks questions. He asks pretty good questions as well. Mm-hmm. And I mean, even like he asked to pray for you. He's literally, everybody he meets, he does that same thing. So he's not changing because it's this person or this person. And having faith, like you kept telling him, it's going to get you places.
And I still ain't got my prayer. Now, let's talk about listening and being able to actually grow, because here's the thing. Julie, I don't know if you're familiar with this ideology, but you know there's only two categories in life, right?
What are the categories?
Winners and losers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Which category do you think you fall in?
I'm a winner.
And do you think that Stan's a winner?
Yes.
How so? Identify and walk me through why he is, and yourself too, I'd love to hear it, is a winner.
Because of the way he holds himself, the demeanor, his characteristics, who he surrounds himself with. Who you surround yourself with is the average of who you want to be. So if you're in company of bad company, people that are not as good or not as informative, not carrying yourself well, you're going to be the average of them. So you have to hold yourself upright, be confident in yourself, be able to communicate, be able to just do the things that you think is right. So he does this each and every day, day in out, and he's very respectful, loves to do what he loves to do with dogs. So I really respect that.
Oh wow, Stan, let's hear this, man. I'm about to shred this thing. Please do. Let's get your perspective. Guys, this is so much fun today.
What's the question?
I was just saying, how do you identify basically as a winner versus a loser? How do you know you're a winner?
It's a good question. I mean, I don't lose. Anytime we put our foot in the game, I mean, we progress. Obviously, we have a lot more work to do, but you yourself, if I was not a winner, I would not be in the table. Or
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You can do the work, but your work has a time limit. And, you know, I've let a lot of things slide for some years now because there's no expectations. If you fail, which you failed for almost 4 or 5 years now, we've had the same conversation for 5 years. So technically, you are a loser. That's the truth. And when I apply pressure, you've grown. But think about that. If you had to repeat the same thing to the same crowd over again, how long would you have to put their ass out? Like, when you tell them to do the same thing for 5 years, you keeping them around? Exactly. You're going to tell them to get the fuck out of your face, get away from you. You don't want to deal with them or they dog no more, right?
Yeah.
So then why have I had the same conversation over and over again?
Because there has been growth.
No, I'm just saying in general. Because I told you guys all, you get till January 1st, and then we find a different path to put you on. But I've seen the work, but if we look at losing, where have you won if you've done the same thing and not gotten a different result? Because I believe in you day one, right?
Yep.
So if I believe day one and nothing's changed, here we just had another conversation about you not being backlogged with clients too. You having a big month and not knowing how to duplicate it. The business has failed, but you've not failed the dog, which is the irony. So I'm going, how do we identify wins and losses? Because of a fucking couple of competitions? Because this young man says so? No. What y'all don't fail to realize is you are always losing unless you can duplicate yourself 100 times. What's one thing you think Jamarcus can't do that I can do? Nothing. Now, what's one thing you think Jamarcus can do that actually gives him money potentially? Quite a few things. Because he's duplicated my skills and found his own way. So there are conversations y'all have that force you to grow as well because he can build your website. Who told him to build websites? Me. I told him don't ask me shit. Who taught him to train dogs? You did. I don't think he's got to ask you a lot of shit anymore. He know how to feed dogs. Damn, that's crazy. Where'd he learn that at? And he's learning how to manage businesses. That's a lot of skills that can be duplicated, wouldn't you say?
Facts.
So when we look at your wins and your losses, how do we identify wins when you're still frustrated on how to identify what the business does? You literally went to John K9, even he told me, and when I asked him about John's success, he's like, no, he's winning.
Yep.
You go, yeah, $2.9 million a year. That's winning.
Yeah, the business side, I mean, I'm still got work to do. I mean,
Look, at some point, people, I just want to make sure we're very clear. Being African American, it's already difficult enough. And Stan does have a skill that I believe in. But we have to be honest at all times about the wins and the losses. Because if I leave today, I assure you, you wouldn't know what to do. And over the next 5 years, what would you do? What would be your business strategy that you would be able to execute and go out and duplicate 100 times?
Well, I'll finish my processes, get it online.
And that's been going on for 5 years. Stan, look, everything we do moving forward, especially in the next 5 months, I told you guys, my foot's on everybody's neck. Because 4 or 5 people's foot's on my neck. And there's no place I go where I can't grow. What that means is every room I walk into, I got to be better than I was in the last room. And that's difficult to do when a nigga don't have a plan. Now, how do you identify wins and losses? Because you don't want to get to his age, my age, and still have nothing to show for it, man. You want to train dogs for 15 years and be like, I'm a dog trainer, man. That's a joke to me. Tell me a dog trainer, get out of my face.
So I think it's important to learn how to scale your plan, what you're going to do with your life. Make sure you're failing, but you're failing fast. Make sure you're always evolving, always changing, always looking for the opportunity that presents itself, but you always have to be ready. So I think those are important parts in order to.
So do you think you're ready for scale? Somebody gave you $100,000 right now to invest in a facility. Would you be able to scale yourself?
Right now, no, I'll be honest.
And look, the biggest thing you could do is be honest with yourself. I have to be very honest with you, Mark. People think they want to be around me. I assure you don't. I assure you don't. It is a stressful environment, but some of y'all, unfortunately, don't have enough stress in your life. So you're used to failing. You're used to complacency and comfort. And I'm not a comfortable person in any way, shape, or form. I read all day. You can see I apply everything all day. And then I come in and I apply pressure all day because I assure you, pressure is being applied at very high levels right now. I can show you A, B's, and C's over the next few months of what I have to do. And all they keep doing is asking me to do more. I'm like, well, I still got to finish what I'm doing. Well, could you do this? Could you do that? What about this? Would you consider this? When can you come here? You're like, Jesus Christ. That ain't what I signed up for. So when we're talking about mentorships, what's one of the things, because we talked about this before, that you feel you're going to leave here with because of Stan? And go and apply it and actually be better?
Definitely being more comfortable in front of the camera, learning what to say, learning how to work a dog better, not being such a deer in headlights, which I still gotta work on that when things go wrong, protection work. So I'll definitely take those for sure.
And what are the things that you wanted to make sure he has before he leaves?
I wanted him to know that he can do the work.
Okay.
So that deer in the headlights, he's doubting, and doubt in protection work can actually get you hurt really bad. So I wanted him to get the confidence to be able to adapt and think on his feet versus freezing and then like, oh shit, what do I do? Because I've seen you work a dog. I've seen you take a dog that probably shouldn't have did it, and they did. But if it wasn't a full high drive super dog, like you doubted yourself. And it was like, all you had to do was go back, take a step back. It's always okay to go back, but you need to make sure you're not being a deer in headlights because again, safety is gonna be the most important thing. If you get bit in the wrong place, you ain't gonna be able to do this no more.
That part.
So, and then the belief of being on camera, we did a lot of content the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And it's funny, when he talks about something new, he's looking for the words like you said I used to. And you can see he's literally looking for the
Trying
words.
to find them in his brain somewhere. Hey, where them words at? There one is.
So just getting comfortable, again, with your processes, like you said, you should be able to recite your Bible to somebody else. So you
Yeah,
should
and
have
it's
a-
more, when he says that, it's more your beliefs, man. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to make or break you is everything you believe in. It ain't finding the right words, it's living them.
Yeah.
It's living them things, man. This ain't make believe, bro. You walked in here from day one, even meeting me, and I'm the same energy, man.
Both on and off.
Yeah. So it's like this. I'm not guessing. I don't pretend to guess. I don't have time to guess. Either we're getting shit done or we're wasting time is how I look at it. So even when Stan does come up here, I'm like, oh, it's raining perfect. We'll knock these podcasts out and get this stuff done, hit the gym, and then come back, knock a few dogs. They're like, bro, what I told you happens, that's exactly what's going to happen. Nothing's changing that unless we run out of time, but I got time today. I'll leave in the morning. So So my point is from a mentorship, people, mentor is very important. What are some of the things you're gonna do to hold yourself accountable, man? Because that's the other issue. You guys both play sports, and mind you, whether Stan succeed or not, I kept a scoreboard for myself. I've given myself goals, challenges, and created opportunities based on that. I said, I think we'll be here by this time. Boom, boom, boom. Look, he was there when I walked away from X-Dog. He said I couldn't get a product to 2024 at the time, or 2022, 3, something like that, right? I said, shit, I'll have one before before the dogs are done. So by week 12, I had a product in my hand. I sniffed it out, man. I sniffed it out. So by the time Bam Bam and them turned 2 years ago now, by the time they turned 12 weeks, I had puppy blocks ready to rock and roll, man. And again, I had to walk away from everything because if you're not creating metrics, then you're losing. If there's not a scoreboard, you're never going to win. If you don't know how to hold yourself accountable or communicate what you need to learn, you're going to fail yourself, most importantly. So that's why we get into like that point where I gave myself 3 years to turn this into a potential business, or I have to find something else. Because if it can't be a business, it's a hobby. And if it's a hobby, then I need to go find some money. And right now, it ain't looking like a hobby. It's looking like a big opportunity. So if I don't have a scoreboard on things that need to get done from now to 2025 to 2026 to 2027 to 2030, I've already failed. That's how I come up with my tasks. So what are the things that you guys are going to do to better hold yourself accountable as you find ways to keep growing?
What I'm working on right now is definitely being more organized, holding myself up, making sure I'm timely as well. Organization is very important, which is what I struggled on. So writing things on paper, putting things in my calendar, making sure I'm communicating to the right people, my clients, my team, my marketing,